Broadcasting live from the Vegas Video Network studios, just steps from the Las Vegas Strip, it's Talktails with Chris Phillips. Coming up on today's show, starring in fantasy at the Luxor, Miss Lorena Peril. And now, I can name that host in 5 syllables, Mr. Chris Phillips.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, welcome to the Vegas Video Network. My name is Chris Phillips, and you are watching the wildly popular new show on the internet called Talktails. Coming to you live from the entertainment capital of the world. Yes, I'm talking about Las Vegas, where everybody would love to be, or at least spend a couple days before they go completely broke and have to go home and have to tell their wives. At least that's what my experience has been. Anywho, we are so happy to have you with us. As you know, we come to you every single Monday afternoon. Now it's like the time change, and it's now dark out, so I guess we're coming to you every evening at the new time of 6:30. And before we get going or start talking about anything, the producers of the show wanted to make sure and slap my hand and scold me because I have not been telling you how to get in touch with us. We had to have a meeting about this, Ira. And, it's so simple. It's so, it's moronic, and I still screw it up. But here it goes. Hey, if you want to contact us with any kind of questions or comments, please contact us at any time at Talktails at VegasVideoNetwork.com. We're also big time now, and we have a toll-free number, which, of course, is 866-966-4599. Now, if you're watching us live, we would love to invite you into what we call our live chat room, by the way, where you can go online, ask a question of myself or our guest, and we'll get back to you immediately. I'm still impressed by modern technology. I don't know how telephones work, let alone this internet stuff.
We don't know either. We're just kind of guessing.
Well, if you're not watching us live, you could also see us on various different avenues, from actually logging on to VegasVideoNetwork.com, where you can see this show and all the other shows that actually are good. You can also go to this thing called iTunes. I still have no idea what the kids are into, this iTunes thing. I don't know how you get on it, but whatever. But then I do know about YouTube. You can YouTube Talktails. I've done that. There's some pretty good porn on YouTube, by the way. I can't believe. I'm sorry. Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to say that because we're also syndicated live on a brand new radio station that we just picked up. It's called KSHP. Oh my God, you're killing me. It's KSHP 1400 AM. It's pronounced ketchup. And then if you're into these things called Roku players, it's some kind of device where you hook it up in your home and you can get, I guess, secrets from NASA and things. I don't know what it is. What? Okay, I'm sorry. No, you get the internet on your TV, because everybody wants to have internet on their TV. Thank you, Chris. Well played. Anywho, we are so happy to, and I'm sorry, by the way, Scott, that I was not here last week, but it was Halloween, and I thought I would stay home and pass out candy to the kids. You know how many visitors we had, Scott?
I don't know. Well, based upon your dating, several.
But it's okay, because the mommies held their hands.
Do you think both their moms and the daughters? Is what I
yeah, you know what? It always scares me, though, because I'm so excited for Halloween, because I'm one of these people that like to pass out candy. I mean, that was a tradition in our home forever, but is it just me, or do kids not go trick-or-treating anymore? You know how many guests? How many trick-or-treaters we had? 0.
Really?
Not one.
No kidding.
Well, there's a lot that came close to the door, but then I opened it. You're like, and then you'd hear the parents. This is when we're passing. But he's got produce and apples. That's always a safe house to go to when there's no candy.
I don't want broccoli.
Yeah, broccolis. That's what I was passing out. Yes, fresh greens. That's a whole nother show.
You're scaring the kids, Chris.
We are. Well, guys, I got to tell you, this is so much fun for me because, as you know, every week I have the opportunity to have a couple cocktails with some of my best friends. They, on the other hand, would not say the same about me, but they are, in fact, the headliners that make this, like I said, the entertainment capital of the world. And we have a chance to have a couple cocktails, and as you can see, laying in front of me, we have some fine spirits, that some of which were donated to us by our friends at the Southern Wine and Spirits, as a matter of fact. Is that correct, Scott?
The Black Label.
The Black Label Crown Royal. And you know, we have Crown Royal, I see Jameson, there's tequila, but yet our producers insist on drinking Schlitz beer, I notice. What, were they out of hams? Who drinks Schlitz beer?
Nobody likes a hater, man.
Nobody likes a hater.
Nobody likes a hater.
What'd you do for Halloween, Scott? Did you dress up?
Well, I sat here waiting for you to show up to the show.
Oh, that's right. That was kind of a no-show. And I forgot to call.
Jake Burr and I going, I think it'll be a good show. I think it'll be good. and then we hugged.
I'm sorry, Scott.
Chris is not coming, but I like Chris, and I wanted the show.
Well,
Chris is not coming.
Maybe you didn't get the memo. We are now going to be doing
Hug
this.
me.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so sweet. Maybe you guys should get a buddy cop show.
We've already done the pilot. Jacob
Anyway.
and the man.
Well, as you all know, there is not a bigger fan of Las Vegas shows than myself. I go to them all the time. I've been going to them for decades. And I love the entertainers that grace the marquees and the billboards in town. And there's a young lady that when I came here 5 years ago that I met, and I saw her one time perform, and I thought, man, now there is some real talent. She possesses the spirit that the entertainers have had here over the decades that isn't just about talent, it's about understanding the audience. It's about understanding how to entertain. Nobody entertains anymore. Do you know how hard it is, Scott, for somebody to take a microphone? And for me, it's not about just singing the song, it's when the song stops. That's when the entertainer kicks in. This young lady knows how to work a crowd. She has them wrapped around her finger. I saw her perform a couple years ago, and I said to myself, this lady deserves her own headlining showroom show, if anybody in town does. And in the last year, she has in fact done that, and I am so proud of her. And so our guest today is not only a dear friend of mine, but now a Vegas headliner. And everybody, her name is Lorena Peril to us gringos, but if I think I'm going to screw this up, but her mama calls her Lorena Peril. I'm trying. When we come back from a short commercial, folks, we have the one and only. I'm so excited. This is really cool for me. We'll be right back. You're watching Talktails on the Vegas Video Network.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
Well, hey, everybody, we're back. As you know, we were having a couple cocktails, and we're having the opportunity to speak with not only one of the more talented, if not the most talented person on the strip, but no doubt the hottest. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I love saying this, from the wildly successful show at the Luxor called Fantasy, I think in their 11th or 12th year, we're talking to the star, the headliner, the billboard name, Lorena Peril. Hey!
He sounds like a Mexican. That's awesome. That was good for a gringo. That was great. Lorena Peril, Antonio Banderas. That was awesome.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'm
because I
excited
drink
to
a
be
lot
here.
of tequila, so it somehow comes out.
It's great. Look
Lorena,
at this.
I'm so blessed and honored and proud and thrilled that you are here. We've been doing this show now for about 6 months.
Wow.
And I've been begging you ever since, and finally you felt sorry for me. And so thank you for taking some charity and pity on me, but I couldn't be more thrilled. And may I say, here is to what I believe is about, did you have your 1-year anniversary on the show now?
Yes, August 1st.
August 1st?
Yes.
So it's now over 1 year as the star of fantasy, ladies and gentlemen. This is...
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
You know, and I respect you for a lot of things, but now the fact that you will drink with me on the show, I respect you even more.
Thank you for making me drink. That's awesome.
Well, folks, I want to get you liquored up before you got to go get on stage.
Woo.
Lorena.
Yes.
I have been seeing you perform now for several years. I have yet to see you star in your new show, Fantasy, until last night.
Correct.
My girlfriend and I went. You were kind enough to get us these wonderful tickets. We sat there glued to you on the edge of our seats. This show is so entertaining. It's absolutely amazing. But quite honestly, it's 2 shows. There's Fantasy, which is primarily about these lovely young ladies, scantily clad ladies, I might add, with wonderful choreography, great lighting, great music. That's one show. The other show is Lorena. She is the host, she's the singing host, but when you come out, you are a headlining superstar, young lady.
Oh, thank
and I don't
you.
say that about a lot of people. You are absolutely
that.
fantastic.
Thanks.
I want to go back before we talk about who and what you are now.
Okay.
I want to. You came from San Francisco? Is that where you were born?
Born and raised, San Francisco.
How did you?
49ers! Sorry,
Yes, well.
Finally.
I know, they're doing well. How did you get into music? What made what inspired you to want to be a singer? I know you were probably
It's a
3, 4
long
years
story.
old. Well, tell us a little bit
We
about
have like
what
10
inspired
minutes.
you.
I've always liked entertaining for my family and my friends. I never had singing lessons, never had dancing lessons. My mother came to the United States when she was 18.
Where from?
From Mexico, from Guadalajara, Mexico. And, you know, I didn't study it in school. I took a few lessons here and there from a church friend of mine. But I was a housekeeper for 4 years after college. After high school, I became a housekeeper. I'm a great housekeeper, by the way, if anyone needs a good toilet cleaner.
Ray John is
That's
very
me.
lucky.
And I sing, you know, while I clean. No, so I was singing. No, I was literally singing when I was cleaning the rooms. It's funny that you say that, but
You, really?
I did. I was like, I work hard for the money. So hard. And I dreamt about being a singer, but I never pursued it. I just, I don't know. I guess I didn't think I had what it took to make it.
Sure.
So I was happy in my life being a housekeeper. I was at home. I was happy and healthy and doing my thing. And
Now, your father was a minister, correct?
yeah, he was a minister.
And was there a lot of singing in church?
Yes, at 16, he said, honey, you know, I think you should try singing in church. Why don't you try being a soloist? So I sort of auditioned for it and started singing, like, you know, as a soloist, like, God is love. Now I'm all like, you know, that's so different now. But so I did that, and I put a band together when I was like 19, 20, and did local clubs here and there.
In California?
Yeah, like 3 people in the audience for $50 a night. You know how those gigs were.
No, I'm still doing that.
Yeah.
I know. I get it.
And then all of a sudden, make a long story short, because I talk too much, my mom decides, let's go on a Carnival Cruise Line vacation to Mexico. And my father, my mother, and I, and my stepsister, we all went on a cruise ship, and I went down to Cabo and
Nice.
in Mazatlan and all that. And I sang in one of their guest talent shows.
Oh, how?
For
awesome.
fun.
Right.
I won it. And I was
Granted,
like, wow, I won this.
Undoubtedly, you blew them away.
I'm a housekeeper, and I won a contest. This is awesome. So I pretty much was approached by the cruise director that same night at the disco. I remember I was dancing, having a margarita, and he said, I've been looking for you everywhere. He was from England.
Cool.
I remember his name was Kieran, and he said, we are looking for a singer. You should audition for us because we are looking for a Vegas showgirl production singer. And I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. I'm not that.
Wow.
That's not what I do. Next thing you know, I pack my bags, and I'm off to the Caribbean, and I do it for 4 years.
Wow.
So I quit my job, my normal 9-to-5 job, and
How
live on the
exciting.
ocean and it was the most amazing experience.
So did you get to
I
go all
didn't
over the
get-
world, or was it primarily through Central America?
Central America, I did Mexico, the Caribbean, but I mean, for me, that was just like a paid vacation.
How many nights a week did you typically have to work on it? 2 nights? And you just got to
I sang 2 shows.
live the life of
2 nights.
luxury on a ship
Yes.
and see the world.
And I didn't get cabin fever. Everyone's like, oh, you get, claustrophobic. I loved it. I had a cabin steward clean my room, and I felt bad that he cleaned it. I was actually folding the towels for him. I felt bad, but I tipped him well. So, but buffets, good food, and there's a gym, and
great
you're on
life.
the beach. Yeah, and I moved to Vegas. I did it for 4 years, and I thought, you know what? My drummer friend of mine on the cruise ship said, I'm moving to Vegas if you're ever interested in the gig.
George Bryant.
George Bryant. Thank you, George.
George, incidentally, as you may know, is the drummer in my Vintage Vegas Orchestra.
Yes, I do know that.
And he told me,
that.
he's like, I was out on the cruise. I heard this girl. She's like, this is a superstar.
Aw.
Is what he said. And I said, she had to come to Vegas. So he was inspirational, obviously, in terms of getting you to come here.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of Vegas when you first
When I first got here,
got off the plane, got off the bus, whatever you did?
I was a little nervous because I heard it was very challenging, and you had to be really tall and be have a certain look.
Sure.
So I came here, auditioned the first day, and landed a job on my first audition
what?
in a band called Vision with George Bryant.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And Mandalay Bay, and we did like Arizona Charlie, Stratosphere.
In the casinos.
Yeah,
Casino lounge
casinos.
bands.
And I loved it. I was like, this is awesome. It was just harder on my voice because I wasn't used to singing that much.
You were going from 2 nights a week
2
now
nights
probably to
6,
6
and I
nights a
would
week.
constantly lose my voice.
And it wasn't probably just 6 nights a week. It was probably about 4, 5, 6 hours a night.
It was. Yeah, singing Aretha
Brutal.
and Celine and Mariah and Christina Aguilera songs.
Yeah,
But-
because you don't sing just the silly pop song. You sing the
No,
big,
yeah,
boisterous ballad power
yeah,
songs.
Yeah. But now it's funny how your vocal cords are a muscle. So now I can sing 6 nights a week and it's okay. But I don't sing 4 hours a night anymore, so it helps a lot. So here I am at Fantasy, and I love my job. I look forward to going to work.
Well, I am so
I'm
excited for you
very
because
excited.
the
Thank you.
first time I had the opportunity of seeing you sing was when you had the show at the Las Vegas Hilton.
Yes.
When it was a saucy little show called
Sin City Bad Girls.
Sin City Bad
It
Girls.
was amazing.
Loved that show.
Loved it. Great producers, great choreographer. Oh my God, you saw how much we danced.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't just standing there.
You've always been surrounded by lovely ladies and great musicians. You've been very
Yes,
lucky
I've
because
been very blessed.
there's so many singers that come here that never really get the opportunity to get the experience that you did in terms of getting out there that many nights in a row in a quality production with
Right.
quality people around you, and quality sound and quality lights,
Yes.
and really put you in the good light, so to speak.
Right.
And so with that, is that how the producers of Fantasy saw you, or how did you? Because it was.
I auditioned. The show was closing. Sin City Bad Girls was about to close. So
Okay.
I auditioned. I mean, I called Carnival Cruise Lines. I called my band friends that were in bands, musicians, called Anita Mann. And luckily, I just called her at the right time.
Timing is wonderful, isn't it?
Yes. And I did audition for her 5 years ago.
Yes.
Or 6 years ago when I first moved here.
And they had somebody at the time.
They weren't looking for a full-time singer. So here I am, and I love it. And I
Well,
have
good
a great
for you.
cast, great comedian. Oh, it's hilarious. And
Well, I'll tell you, you filled in for another friend of ours,
yes,
Angelica Bridges.
that's
who
right.
sang
Oh,
with
that's
me.
right. She's beautiful.
She's a beautiful young lady. But
Top 10.
now seeing your show and the extent in which you sing, was she singing that much as you do in the show, or because?
She was singing as many songs as I was.
Really?
But different songs. She sang songs that fit her voice, and I picked songs that fit me, my style. So, like the songs you heard last night, the first one was my original called "Dance on Me."
Dance on Me is a hit, young
Oh,
lady.
thank
That
you.
is a killer
Thank
dance
you.
track.
It's coming out on iTunes next week.
Oh, I'm
Woohoo!
so excited for you. Somebody who makes a living singing dance music.
Yeah.
I want to ask you right off the bat, can we perform your song in our show?
Of course.
Because it's hot.
It is. Do you know how to rap? You got to do the reggaeton rap. Like
That's how I make my
a mí,
living.
papi, dale, caliente. Can you do that, gringo?
No.
No. I'm kidding.
I can't do
He knows
anything.
I'm messing with him. Good. Last night was funny though. I called you when you sang out loud to me when I was singing "Boots Are Made for Walking." You sang and I said, "You go, Barry Manilow."
I know. I heard you say that.
He got all embarrassed. It was either Clay Aiken, or Barry Manilow. It was funny.
Well, let me tell you something. It was a compliment to me because Barry Manilow is a step up from what I'm used to be usually called. I walk through the mall.
I know.
If I had $1 for every time somebody said, Siegfried!
Yeah, Yes.
Oh my God.
It's okay. I used to get Dee Snider all the time. When
Snider.
I was blonde. But
Well, let me tell you, one of the cool things about this show is it's live,
Right.
and because it's on internet, it's interactive. And so we have something that's called the live chat room.
cool.
We have some of your fans that are watching right now,
Are you sure?
and they have a question for
Oh,
you. Would you
yay.
mind fielding a question from our
That's
live
great,
chat room?
that's great.
Okay. Scott, who do we have in there?
We've got a few. First one is from Scott from the Vegas Video Network, and he wants to know, would you be my house cleaner?
Yes, I will.
That doesn't seem wrong. Bill wants to know, how long does it take to go from rehearsal at Fantasy before you go live?
Rehearsal. Okay.
When you started rehearsing, how many weeks, days before you started to go live?
I sing about 6, 7 songs, maybe 8 in the show. So a good, solid week, I would say. Rehearsals every single day.
That's all.
And once you get into the show, it's pretty much like, riding a bicycle. It sticks to you. So.
And if you have not seen this show, it is so incredibly entertaining. Like I said, there's of course gorgeous women dancing half naked in front of you, which you can't go wrong with that. in this
No.
town. But it's not until you come out does it become a big time Vegas production that I don't think people are prepared for, because you see the marketing and you know kind of what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
You're gonna see beautiful women dancing, maybe some topless features. But when you come out and you blow them away with your first song or two, you're just like, oh my God, this girl can really sing.
Thanks.
But for my money, I've seen people who can sing before in this town, but there's very, very few people who can entertain in this town. And like I said, it's when the song stops is when I am beyond impressed with you. You can control the crowd. You're making fun. You're having fun with them. You go out in the audience and you literally take random people from around the world and you make them feel so good, with humor, with your genuine ability to become a real person. You're not just some person up on a stage. Because so many shows, I'm sure you've seen them, there's a wall between the show and the audience. There's no connection. You break those boundaries. You go right out into the audience and you make people feel good. And I know it comes from hundreds and hundreds of shows that you've done over the years.
Right.
But you're really good.
Thank you.
You're an entertainer. You're not just a singer. And that show's damn happy and lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Let me tell you that right now.
A lot. I just want to be. I feel like you have to be honest. You can't just be fake and just act. I'm not acting. I just want to be me.
You can tell it's 100% genuine.
Pick on the guy in front of me. Hey, nice shirt, or hey, you look like Mr. Clean, or whatever.
Well, one of those guys you picked on.
Yeah.
He's in the live chat room. What's his question?
He was awesome,
Scott?
David.
Now, we got a couple more here.
have a
Gina
good
wants to know, how does she maintain her voice in the dry desert heat after performing for so long in the humidity of the Caribbean?
Burritos and tequila. I'm kidding. You know what? I have to be honest. I don't drink that much water, which I should. I know. My mom would kill me. Lots of sleep. Sleep is my battery. It's like charging your phone. I have to sleep at least 8 to 10 hours. I'm not lazy.
Oh, come on.
I'm not lazy, but I have to.
You sleep 8 to 10 hours?
I have to. Even though I go to bed at 4, maybe 5 a.m. every night.
Right.
But unless I have a promo, believe me, I'm busy. I'm a busy woman. I'm just sleeping.
Well, I know you do.
But in order to sing that much, I have to have some good,
jealous.
solid sleep. So yeah.
I used to sleep, and then I met my girlfriend.
Damn.
And then
She's cute. I love her.
No, there's she's got brownies in the morning. She has to go to Girl Scouts.
Brownies, you were
Remember that, brownies? And then
I know, but
and then you cross the bridge to becoming a Girl Scout.
Brownies, but you're talking
She has her ceremony. She crosses the bridge next week to become a Girl Scout.
Scary.
She never watches this show. She doesn't care.
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna Facebook her.
But no, speaking of girls and women, somebody's got some big girl shoes on. Would you model these things? Look at these shoes.
What?
These are some big girl shoes here. These aren't your starter kit. This is a real shoe.
Well,
here.
no. Someone stole my black heels.
Look at these babies. You gotta put those in the air.
Put those in the air.
Look at those things.
Thank you.
Wait, we're going to another camera so you can see the side view.
Walmart, $8. I'm kidding.
Not.
No, they're not.
Those look like Gregory's to me.
I borrowed them from your camera guy.
I'm the camera guy.
There you go, Scott.
I forgot Scott.
That's your new name, camera guy.
Just call me the camera guy. Scott, the camera guy.
There was one thing that I'm sure has been a highlight of your existence here in Vegas, which was very disappointing to a lot of men. And that is that when you, I think, were in your Sin City show over at the Las Vegas Hilton,
Yes.
you met a guitar player
Yes.
who was in your band, who then became your fiance and now is your husband.
What? Sorry, Scott. You
Yeah.
took
Show's over.
I just
too
blew it.
long.
Yeah, we just lost about 1,000 viewers. No, I'm so proud of you because
He's
he's
wonderful.
such a sweet guy. He's extremely talented. But did you meet him in the band? Is that how that worked? I don't really
did.
know how you guys.
I
even-
met him at rehearsal.
Really?
I knew when we shook hands.
You're
That was
kidding.
it. I know,
Really?
corny.
No.
But he's amazing. You met him. You know,
course, he's
I'm
your
the
friend.
lucky
I love
one.
him.
I mean, everyone
No,
thinks
he's a
he's
great
the
guy.
lucky one, but I am. I mean,
No, you both
he
are.
just.
You guys really click, and it
Yeah.
makes sense. And you were kind enough to invite me to your bachelor/bachelorette party they had together at the same place. I think we all left there at 5 or 6 in the morning downtown.
Did you come? It was an
And so-
80s theme.
Yes, it was an 80s
You came
theme.
as Billy Idol.
Yes, and you won the
You didn't have
contest
to do
as
anything.
Madonna.
You just showed up.
I know. I didn't know there was a contest.
I'm kidding. I won the contest.
You did. You were awesome.
'Cause I was,
and I just want to say publicly how terrible I felt that I was not
Why?
able to come to your wedding.
It's okay.
I couldn't get out of this stupid thing I had to do.
No worries. I don't know what that was
know how
funny.
that- no,
Don't
but-
worry. No, it was a really
At the Artisan.
quick, cheap wedding, which I recommend, ladies. You'll stress yourself out.
No, I love how you did it. It
It was
seemed like a
awesome.
party.
It was a 10-minute ceremony straight to the bar. And family, we had no bridesmaids, no flower girls, all that. No camera guys.
Good for
It was
you.
awesome. And
Oh, I think that's wonderful. But
very happy. I don't even feel married, which is cool. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah.
like we're still kind of in the.
well, I read articles
Yeah.
about you, and you and the interviewer will ask, "What's your favorite thing to do?" And you say, "I want to go home and be with the person I love
do.
and your 2 dogs." Now
I
tell
do.
us about your little doggies.
I
'Cause I know they're like
I love
your
going
kids.
home.
I know.
After entertaining drunk people 7 nights a week, you're kind of like,
Yeah.
I want to be quiet.
Right.
Like,
I don't know what that is either.
I love Scott. He's funny. See, I remembered your name, Scott. Thanks. My dogs are. It's funny. I like big dogs, but my neighbor came over and she's like, "You want to buy these Chihuahuas?" And she's Mexican, of course. I thought it was my aunt for a second. But
Chihuahuas.
She came over and brought me 2 tiny little things, Foxy and JoJo.
So they're like your kids
They're like my kids.
in training.
Yeah.
Well, before we go any farther, would you mind taking another question?
No.
Because I love,
Or
I love
I could
hearing
be
what
here all
people-
night.
Oh, well then,
Let's do this till tomorrow.
we got enough wine and.
I know,
and
right? Like,
Maybe I might even have one of those Schlitz with you, Scott.
Oh, now you want a Schlitz.
No.
All
What's
of a
a
sudden, it's
Schlitz?
okay
A
to have a
Schlitz.
Schlitz.
See, she's
with-
never even heard of Schlitz.
I'm Mexican. I don't
Right.
know.
Well, Scott, the cameraman, will get you one in a second.
Sounds
First, though,
kinda kinky.
Do you have to be homeless to?
Oh.
know
Las
what Schlitz-
Vegas Metro's on the line here. They want to talk to you, Chris.
Metro.
Bob wants to know, has Lorena's family seen her show at Luxor?
Oh.
Yes, they have. And my father being a minister.
Yes, I did that. That's a very interesting
That's
question.
a funny story. So my dad's like, oh,
Oh, yes.
I hope you're not showing your boobies in the show because, you know.
Chichis.
Your chichis. And my mom's like, no, mija, you can't do that, you know. But I told him that I wasn't. And he was still a little weird about it being a topless show. He wants me to be in a classy show, which it is a classy show.
Very classy.
But he didn't know. He hasn't seen one yet. So I was a little nervous. And I told him it's a very classy, Vegas-y, showgirly show.
Yes.
So when he
Well
first
done.
came down to the show, I was peeking through the curtain when those girls were taking their tops off. So I noticed when the first girl taking her top off and bending over, this was my dad's face. It was like. So after the show, he's like, that was the best show I've ever seen. That was amazing, Lorena. Wow, good job. You were amazing.
And you answered my question because I wondered why he's been there every night since.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, you can't get around it.
God, you should stop.
Well, I have to let you know, since you didn't know what a Schlitz was,
Oh,
this is what homeless drink.
what?
You know, when you're on the corner and they're,
Why is it cheap?
Can I have $1? I need to buy food, and you can get a 12-pack for about $1.50 of this right
Are you
here.
kidding me? Are you serious? Are you being
Want to try a Schlitz? Go ahead. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff, isn't it?
Milwaukee?
Scott? Yeah. That's my girl.
Chris?
That's my girl.
Chris, are you going to actually drink that beer? Because I was told by the audience you weren't going to drink it.
It's okay.
If you're not going to drink it,
Not
I
bad.
will drink it. Well, Scott, the cameraman, would like to have a beer.
It's not bad.
It's delicious, Scott.
Corona's better.
I need to take this crap
It does
from
taste
you.
like a 99-cent store beer. Did you get that at the 99-cent?
Okay.
99-cent store. Yes, that's where he gets
She's
his beer.
pretty, but she's not very nice.
You're a wine drinker?
I love wine.
Well, it's
Thank
the
you.
equivalent of Boone's Farm. If you were to.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Scott. I don't mean to put down your beer. It's delicious.
Meant to tell you I had a really good time singing with you last year.
Oh my God, that was so exciting, Scott.
was
A year
fun.
ago, I had a couple months in which I was doing the show by myself, which nobody wanted to see, incidentally. And so, because of that, I was absolutely floored and shocked that you were taking enough pity on me that you came and helped me out one night. You stole the show
Kitty, stop.
in my silly little
No,
thing I do out in
you're
the woods.
amazing. You're a great entertainer. You're full of energy.
Well,
Awesome.
you know, when booze and desperation come together, it creates energy.
Did you guys rehearse that, or did she just show up and go?
We
Rehearse.
just showed up. Did we?
I don't know what rehearsal
No.
is, Scott. I haven't
That's right. You
rehearsed.
don't rehearse. I forget that part.
I don't think I've rehearsed anything
No.
since 1983.
Oh, really?
No, honestly, that's why I'm not going anywhere. But yes, you were amazing. You came in and
Thanks. That was
you
fun.
just blew the doors off that thing.
We had a
And-
good
and
time.
Now that you're big time celebrity, I know
please.
you'd probably never do that again, but you'd be welcome.
Oh, I
anytime.
would love that. Come on. You know I don't take myself seriously.
Well, let me ask you something. You're now starring in this big show at the Luxor.
Yes.
You have billboards all over town, which incidentally I like the new marketing.
Thanks.
I noticed things like
Anita
that.
did good on that one.
Yes, they did. Is that the end of the road for you, or do you have an ultimate goal? Do you want to be on MTV? Do you want to be a Christina Aguilera? I know that's one of your idols, I'm sure.
Of course. That,
What's the
Christina
ultimate
Aguilera.
goal, if there is something?
I
there.
love performing live. I love to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to be famous, honestly. I know that's
Really?
funny to say that.
No.
but
I get
I
it.
like my privacy, but I wouldn't. I just want to have my own show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy in fantasy. I love working in fantasy. Eventually, I would love to go a step higher and just
All about you.
sing. Tell my story.
Sure.
Make it.
It's fascinating.
Tell my story. I have lots of stories to tell. Make it a cultural thing. Do the
and you're
Latin
so
thing,
versatile with the styles of music
Sing
in which
ballads.
you can,
I love singing ballads. I love making people, feel good, and I want to do the comedic thing.
You're
Impersonating
very
things.
funny, by the way, on
Oh,
stage,
thanks.
which is, you're kind of like a combination of this, like I said, Christina Aguilera voice with a Lucille Ball wit.
Thanks.
It's unbelievable. You don't
Thank
see
you.
anything like
I'd
that.
love
It's
I
really
would love
well
to do
done.
that one day. Thank you. And the only reason I wouldn't mind making good enough money, which I'm making great money in this recession, I'm very grateful. I just want to be able to just support my parents because my mom's still cleaning. She's still a housekeeper. She's been doing that all her life. So
Now, where does she live? She back in
San
California?
Francisco, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And she has no retirement, nothing.
I understand.
Doesn't make
Good
her
for
back's
you.
hurting. I just want to, that's why I did the Voice earlier back this season. I went on the Voice
Yes.
and
Yes.
got eliminated by Christina Aguilera, which
So
I used
me
to
bringing her-
impersonate for 2 years.
I know, in the show over at the Stratosphere.
Yeah.
American Superstars.
Yeah, but I gave it a shot. The reality thing, and it's okay, not for me, but hopefully.
Did on the TV part? Were you on TV?
I did the audition, the blind audition part, but they never aired it.
Wait a minute. You were on The Voice?
I went to LA for 2 weeks, packed my bags, went.
How
lived.
the hell?
I was on it. I signed the contract. I got picked. I went through every
You
step.
blow away anybody I've
Oh.
ever seen on a vocal
You're sweet.
show where they compete from American Idol to
Yeah,
America's
but
Got Talent to The Voice.
was-
You blow all of them away.
You're sweet. It was more about being an artist. I'm more of the entertainer. I'm like the.
I think somebody was jealous.
No.
I know damn well.
They were all talented musicians who were songwriters. I'm not. I'm the girl that likes to entertain and and be funny on stage and dance and sing other people's songs. You know what I mean?
I'm blown away. I did not know that happened.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Good
But
for
at least I
you.
tried it.
Yeah, and
but-
where are all they?
I don't
You
know.
got yourself a show, honey. Well, I'll tell you what.
But-
We have so much more to talk to you about. I don't want you to go anywhere. We're going to
Okay,
have a few
cool.
more cocktails. We're just going to take a short little break.
Okay.
So don't run away from me.
All right. As long as Scott stays. Don't leave, Scott. Don't leave.
Well, we'll be back in. Yes, Schlitz all around. We'll be back in 1 second. I'm Chris Phillips. We're with Lorena Peril from Fantasy, the big show over at the Luxor. You're watching Vegas Video Network. It's Talktails, everybody. We'll be right back.
Oh, hello there. My name is Brandon Gooch Hahn, host of Awkward Silence 2.1. And when I'm not living vicariously through Chris Phillips, I'm on VegasVideoNetwork.com.
Oh my God. Really? I'm living vicariously through Chris Phillips, incidentally.
That was funny.
Well, let me ask you something. As I'd mentioned earlier, I'm a huge fan of the shows here in Las Vegas. Obviously, being the caliber of an entertainer that you are, I'm guessing you are, in fact, a fan of
Yes.
other shows in this city as
I
well.
am.
So, you and your husband, Ray John, you have the night off, and you want to go see a show. What would you go see on the Strip? Who does it for you? If you were to go see something on the Strip, what kind of entertainment, what show, who do you like to see?
Well, if there was a legendary artist like Stevie Wonder coming into town, that's
Yeah.
exactly where we would go. John
That's-
Mayer or, you know.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes to the local shows,
Mhm.
I love Cirque. I love Cirque du Soleil. Whew. I love that show. Oh, have you seen it?
Yeah, that's Cirque. That's a passing fad. That's not going anywhere.
I know. But you're talking
kidding.
about classic. I know you're an old-fashioned.
I'm kidding. They're so magnifitent. I can't even comprehend
They're
them.
just amazing.
They're incredible. Oh, in particular, I think
Yes.
it's just
It's
fabulous.
a great show. But you know what? I would love to see Human Nature. I heard it's really great.
Oh, they're awesome.
They are.
The
I
Imperial
heard.
Palace.
I heard nothing
Those
but
kids
great
can sing. It's like they
Yes.
were like the NSYNC of Australia.
Really?
Yeah, and then they came here and they started doing a Motown show and blew up. They're selling out every night.
Awesome. Barry Manilow, of course. I was fortunate enough to meet him at the Las Vegas Hilton when he used to headline there, and
You got to meet him?
it gets better. I
Wow.
thought you knew this. He came
don't know.
to see us when I was performing in a band. It was a free show at the Hilton.
He did?
He came by with his band, and then he was looking for an opening act for his arena tour,
What?
and hired us. And we were in New York and New Jersey.
No,
Yes, for 20,000
you're kidding
people.
me.
Sun City Heat. I got
Wow.
to open up for Barry Manilow. Can you believe that?
Wow.
He's such a sweetheart.
I'm so jealous. I love Barry Manilow.
I love him, and you look like him. It's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm kidding.
I wish I had his talent.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I got to do that. But Barry Manilow is a great performer. We got to see his show here in Vegas. He's amazing. I like to, I love comedy. I
Uh-huh.
love comedy. Thunder from Down Under.
Thunder from Down Under.
That's something I need to bring my mom to see. She needs a little.
Did you know Scott used to be one of the guys in Thunder from Down Under?
That's why I knew it. Scott, I knew that. I recognize that piercing.
This right here, I'm wearing a suit because I don't want right now I've not a six-pack, it's a keg.
That's a little too much touching.
What? Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, I have to say, I thank you so much for dressing up for the show.
Thank you. I saw the YouTube videos. I'm like, wow, everyone's really dressed up. I got to
Oh no, you
step
look
it up.
I think the little dress you're almost wearing is gorgeous.
Thank you. It's Scott's. I keep messing with you. I'm sorry.
Can I tell you something? You may not know this. I've been doing
What?
this show for 6 months. You are our very first female-only guest. And what I mean by that is we've had couples on here, like Clint Holmes and his wife.
I thought you had
I had Dominic Allen and his wife.
Oh.
I had David Perico and his wife Marley.
Okay, because I saw Marley. Marley was on here.
Yeah, but with David Perico.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, that's true. We did have Frankie Marino. Frank Marino, not Frankie Moreno.
I know, Moreno.
He'll be pissed.
I saw that, Moreno. I'm like, whew. Cool.
But you were our first
right.
headlining female songstress superstar on the show. Your
Thanks.
very first one.
All right.
Yes.
Woo-woo.
Nobody's going to top you, so you're probably our last. Matter of fact, the show
You're
may be the
sweet.
last one.
Oh, stop.
No, but
Great.
how does this work? Let me ask this, because I'd like to talk about Ray John, your husband.
I love him.
He's a dear man, very talented. He has his own show in town over at the Planet Hollywood.
Yes.
Correct?
Must see. Awesome.
Would you ever want to do a show again where you guys are paired together and can perform together?
I would love that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We always talk about that.
Did that work when you performed together? Were you able to go on stage, do your thing, and go home, and everything was okay?
Oh, yes.
That didn't work for me.
You know what? Sorry. You want me to call Dr. Phil? Okay.
So that works out?
No, believe me. Okay, this is when we met on stage. We had instant chemistry on stage and off stage, but we had to make sure that it wasn't a showman's, because you start singing to each other, and he's like sexy long hair, looking like Tarzan, and here I'm this Latina fiery girl, chichis in his face, and he's like woo, and you just get all excited, so you're like yeah.
I get excited just you saying that.
Stop drooling. Close your mouth.
Oh my God.
Close your mouth. No, but we wanted to make sure that there was more to it than that. So we did.
Well, good
6
for you.
months
I'm
of
so proud of
talking
you
and
guys.
chatting and singing and playing together. It was awesome.
Well,
Not playing together, you know what I mean?
well, I hope you're playing together.
Or lots of playing.
Well, good for you.
But I would love to perform with him someday. We've always talked about doing duos, and when we get older.
I gotta ask you a question.
Sunny
This is a
and
little
Cher
off
go ahead.
the path a bit. I saw a picture of you two on Facebook. Looked like a Halloween thing. Did he really shave his head, or is that a bald cap, or was that even him?
No, that wasn't him.
Oh, it's not?
That was my good friend John Kirk. Hey, John.
Oh, I thought.
Yes.
I thought that was
No.
Ray John, and he shaved his head.
No.
I thought he was trying to be like every other guitar player in town that's bald.
No, but that guy is wanted to dress up as Ray John that night, but he couldn't find a
Because
wig.
I thought it said, I thought it was me
Did
and
it
Ray
say
John.
that?
I thought so. That's why I was like, oh my God.
No, I said John and I. Maybe you thought Ray John.
Oh, I thought, oh my God, he shaved his
Yeah,
head.
and
He
I
has
like-
his beautiful long hair, and he shaved his head. Oh my Lord. I'd kill to have hair like that again. I'd scrape everything I have forward.
God.
Hey.
All that shampoo he steals from me.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, I know. I bet you guys go a fortune in conditioner.
We do.
We have to go.
Okay.
I want you to come back because there's so much more to talk about.
All right.
You've been an absolute treat and
you.
a joy to have on my show. But before we leave, I also want to do a little shout out or
Okay.
a little recognition
Okay.
to somebody who is also in your show, which I thought deserves his own show too.
Oh.
Sean Cooper
Yes, he does.
is the guy who comes out that nobody expects. You think it's going to be a bunch of these bodacious babes,
He is
prancing around,
amazing.
and then this guy comes out and just is
Isn't he hilarious?
amazing.
You know what?
Oh, my God.
He makes people forget that it's a topless show. He's that good and that talented that they don't want him
What
to
a
leave.
great show.
The guys don't want him to leave.
He's a showman.
He is. He
Comes
wants
out
his
and
own
he does
show.
James Brown, he does Sammy Davis
Yeah.
Jr., Michael Jackson,
He could
and then
do
he does
Tina
his own.
Turner, you know that, right? But
No.
But he hurt his legs, so he can't wear the heels, the stilettos.
He's hilarious.
he
It's
is
a stand-up
amazing.
comedy
He deserves his own
element.
show.
It's incredible, which makes your show a well-rounded
Yep.
entertainment experience, which I highly recommend to everybody. Folks, this is Lorena Peril. She is the star of Fantasy over at the Luxor. You can see her every night except for Wednesday. I think you take off
Yes.
at 10:30. I highly recommend it. My goodness. If you want your money's worth in this town, go see Fantasy.
Thank you.
And I hope that you're going to come back and see me. I am so proud of where you have gone in such a short period of time being here in Las Vegas. You deserve every bit of success. And I know this is still just a stepping stone to where you're really going. Bless
I
your
hope
heart.
so. Thank
I
you,
love you,
sweetie.
honey.
Love you, honey. Thank you.
Folks, I'm
Guys.
Chris Phillips. Once again, you can please contact us at Talktails at VegasVideoNetwork.com. Again, our toll-free number is 866-966-4599. I can't wait to see you. We're going to be doing this now, incidentally, Scott, as you know, every other Monday. Because the reason being my Alcoholics Anonymous meetings are meeting on Monday nights. And I told them I have to be there at least every other week, so I'm sorry. Well, I hope you guys have a great couple weeks. We'll see you soon. Once again, Lorena, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.